In a recent seminar that Abraham Hicks held, I was listening on the internet, and Abraham Hicks answered someone's question about unconditional love and the law of attraction. During her response, one of the things she said to this person was to let people misunderstand you. Allow them to misunderstand you. To me, this was very profound. It's not something you usually hear people suggest. People usually say, well, if you feel misunderstood, explain yourself. Make a list of the things that, to clarify your position, whether it's a small subject or a big subject. If you feel misunderstood by somebody, usually you want to clarify. However, she was suggesting to let them misunderstand you. And I think the meaning she has behind this, which I think, by the way, was excellent advice, was that she was saying, allow people to have their own opinions, allow people to think for themselves, allow people to draw their own conclusions. Don't worry about trying to explain yourself to everybody. If they misunderstand you and you had good intentions, then they misunderstand you. It doesn't mean they hate you. It doesn't mean that they're never going to talk to you again. It doesn't mean that they'll never figure it out later. It's not your job, as she went on to say in the seminar, to explain things to people and to vibrate for them. So we all vibrate at a certain frequency. From the very basics and bases of our cells and our molecules and the tendons in our bodies, all the way to our mind, has a certain vibrational frequency. And when you have a high vibration, this means that everything's going along great, you feel great, you're happy, you're joyful, you're full of gratitude and love. When you start getting a lower vibration, this is usually caused by your emotions, and your emotions are fearful, doubtful, feeling angry, feeling hurt, feeling worried, nervous, anxious, all those negative emotions. So in order to maintain good health in your life and to have a pretty good life, we need to maintain a high vibration, which minute by minute, day by day, it can fluctuate. And so with Abraham Hicks, what she was saying to this person was, you're not responsible for anyone else's vibration. They might be vibrating low. They might have anxiety. They might have worry. And then, of course, we always want to give people a helping hand, help them to feel inspired, but it's not our job. It's not our responsibility. And if they misunderstand, it's okay. It's so much work trying to explain to somebody what you mean, to try to explain to them your position. Let's take an example. Say something as simple as you post something on Facebook and it's a comment, and then later you kind of regret posting it because, I don't know, maybe it's something about politics, maybe it's something about a personal thing going on in your life, and you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have posted that. And then you also think, well, it's my Facebook page, I could post whatever I want, people have that right. But if you're starting to feel like maybe people might have took it the wrong way, or they might misinterpret what you said, then you get this anxious feeling like, I need to clarify what I meant. I'm going to either delete that, or I'm going to leave a comment explaining in greater detail what I meant. This is too much work, and it's okay. It's not your job to interpret for people what you meant. It's just bringing your vibration down. Now you're feeling bad, and maybe the person didn't misunderstand you. Maybe they got what you were saying. Sometimes it's impossible to care what other people are thinking and to feel good at the same time. Because when you worry too much about what other people are thinking, when sometimes you don't even need to worry because you could be wrong. They could be thinking something completely different. I mean, we all can't be reading each other's minds. We're only responsible for our own mind, our own emotions, and for ourselves having a high vibration and feeling good. We're not responsible for anybody else's path or journey in life. They need to take their own time and go their own way on the path that they're interested in. And it's not our job to be worrying all the time about clarifying ourselves, explaining what we mean. And I used to personally be very sensitive about that. I always felt misunderstood. I would say simple things like, oh, you look nice today. And somebody would take it wrong. And I'd find out later I hurt their feelings because they thought I was being sarcastic or something. I was not. I was complimenting them. So I used to feel misunderstood all the time, and that was also what I was vibrating. My vibration was, I'm the person who's always misunderstood, and I kept proving myself right because I kept being misunderstood over and over and over simple things and big things. Finally, I thought, no, I'm going to stop worrying about it and just say what I mean, say it with conviction, maybe say it a little more clearly, and expect that people understand me. And you know what? I stopped being misunderstood and I stopped having to explain myself. So remember, it's not your job. It's not your responsibility to feel anyone's feelings. And this also kind of has to do with worrying about how someone's going to react when you have some big news to tell them. Maybe you're upset. Maybe you want to quit your job. Maybe you want to leave your partner. Maybe you want to tell somebody no about something. And you know you're really hesitant to tell them, but remember, it's not your responsibility how they react. Some people will react like, oh, okay, no problem. Other people will react in tears and be very upset. Other people will react with laughter. You know, we're not responsible for how they react. We're only responsible for our own feelings, our own selves. And if we have children, we're responsible for our children. But everybody else in the world is not our job to take care of them. Remember that.